Good morning. So it's just gone 6:30 on a Saturday morning, and yeah, the thermometer says 3 degrees. So I'm wearing warm clothes, and yeah, let's get going.
So this time in the morning it's just me and the open road. So I've set off, chilly 3 degrees. It's always tough getting the clothing right because it's supposed to get up to almost 20 degrees later on. So got lots of layers that I can take off later on as well if needed. Just reached the edge of the city now. There's a few more people about, going about their early morning business. Platform 16 it is then. There we go. Fortunately the train's not so busy, so I've got a place to put my bike in nicely. So I'm currently on the train. I'm on my way to Marktredwitz. There I'm going to do the Steinwald-Radweg, which is about a 65-kilometer loop that was recommended to me. Also in July I'm doing a cycle from Berlin to Munich, and there are checkpoints along the way, and one of the checkpoints is Marktredwitz and the next one after that is Regensburg. So I'm going to cycle the exact route, which is around 140 kilometers, just to check it out. I think it's always helpful if you've done the route before, make sure that you have at least some idea where you're going and avoid going wrong. So I think it'd be good to have done that. I won't be able to obviously do all of the other parts, but this one's not too far away from me, so I think it's worth having a cycle just to see what it's like and see what I'm in for when the time comes. So not the best start. I actually seem to have lost one of my gloves at the station in Nuremberg, which is a blow. And yeah, but I'm here now, and yeah, so when we used to go to watch Tottenham at White Hart Lane, we often used to stop off for a greasy spoon breakfast at a place called the Titanic, and then it suddenly disappeared, and I always wondered what had happened to it, but now I found out they've obviously moved their operations out to Germany. The Titanic Cafe and Bar. I wonder if they're still doing greasy spoons or if it's German style. So I've just gone a few hundred meters from the train station and I've come to this place, which seems to be just like a sports hall. So this is the checkpoint that I'll be stopping at in July, where there's hopefully going to be some food. There doesn't seem to be much else here, but it's good to have seen exactly where I need to come. There's the cube factory, looks rather large. I can certainly think of worse things to be doing on a Saturday morning. I was a bit chilly when I set off, especially without my gloves, but it's starting to warm up now. So I'm about halfway around this 65 kilometer loop. It's going well so far. It really is just like one long cycle path, which is quite nice. So it's turned into a bit of a gravel track, which is not what I had in mind being on my road bike, but oh well, I'm sure I can get through it alright. Quite a lot of the time on this it's just me and the cycle path and no one else. It's really quite nice actually. This is a lovely spot. I've been thinking I haven't actually made any videos for quite a while. I think because last year I didn't really go on any long cycling. I was also doing a bit of running as well with moderate success, but it's always hard to fit it all in, doing everything. You know, it's like, especially triathlon, trying to fit in 3 sports. I imagine it's kind of like having 3 wives or something. Like when you're with one, you're always thinking about the other, or think you're neglecting the other one. Actually, it's nothing like that. If you've got 3 wives, you're probably loving life. Bit off topic. Anyway, I think in summary, this year I'm focusing more on cycling. There's a few little hills to finish, but almost there. Last 10k or so now with this loop. Done. I've just stopped at a bakery to get some supplies ready to give me a bit of food. It's almost lunchtime anyway, so I have some food, then get cracking. Just 140 kilometers to go to Regensburg. So I'm back on the bike now. It somehow does feel like a separate ride. I'm kind of riding now on the road, different kind of a route. I'm also in the shorts and short top as well. It's not really warm, but these are slightly warmer shorts and tops are pretty fine. But yeah, setting off at the start, going kind of the same direction I'd come from, back up and over a hill. So I think this is one of the bigger hills at the start, and then after this it's not too bad, but we'll see about that. Bit of a steep one. I've just gone over I've crossed over with the route I did this morning. Kind of recognised it straight away, that was funny. So I've just gone over 100 kilometres. It's going alright so far, but I've still got over 100 kilometres to go, so keep on going and see how I feel later on. So I'm just over 120 kilometres, starting to feel it for sure. It's one of those you feel good for like 60-80 kilometres and then it starts to get a bit tough, but you just have to keep going. I think I wouldn't mind stopping for like a cold drink or something fairly soon. I think that might bring me around. So I just stopped off at a petrol station to get a drink, and also I asked them to fill my bottles up. A couple of years ago I remember I went through a phase of when I asked people to fill my bottles up. Every time I asked different people, they all said, "Do you want me to fill it full?" Which I found a bit of a weird question. And the one today, she said, "Do you want cold water in your bottles?" Which I also found was a bit odd, but there we are. So I've got full bottles now. I've had a bit of a drink. I think I've got about 75k to go. I think just having a little break was a good idea. Just crack on now and get the final 75 done. There's been a couple of these like little gravel sections, which it's alright when it's dry, but I'll have to see if it's wet. It might not be quite as good, but hopefully it's only short. So I'm at 156 kilometres. Things have been going a bit better. I'm in a fast section now, which is good. Just eating up a few more kilometres. Should hopefully get to Regensburg train station at about 5:30, which is not bad. Then just look for a train to get back to Nuremberg. So hopefully keep on feeling alright all the way to there. I've just gone for a place called Schwandorf Swan Village, but now it's time to pull out the big guns. Kendall mint cake. So I've got about 24-25 kilometres left. I'm feeling good, finishing strong actually. It's weird, I was thinking maybe I'm like a turbo diesel. I started off today fresh and you know, like going up some of the hills in the early part I was able to push. It felt easy, probably pushing too hard, but around 120 kilometres is where the turbo switched off, stopped working, and I just didn't feel so good. Also after I had some food, which often seems to happen, and then after that just your standard diesel engine takes over, works fine, keeps going, finishing strong. Here we are, just cruising into Regensburg, so almost finished. Looks like we've got some kind of beer festival going on over there. Everyone getting ready to go get hammered. So I've made it to the checkpoint. This also just seems to be like a sports place for football pitches and that. So yeah, 200 kilometres, just got about 4 or 5 kilometres to the train station now, but good to have seen it and made it safely here. So I'm back in Nuremberg, got the train okay, and just doing the cycle home. So all in all, it's been a successful day. I've learned quite a few things, like the route, just things about that, and also a little bit about the gear, my gear, what works, a couple of things that I need to think about. But yeah, all in all good.